Alrighty, welcome back to another video. I'm Tabletop Phoenix, and today I'm going over my standard deck for Magic. Definitely still a work in progress, which is half the reason I'm posting it. I definitely could use some constructive criticism. It's summons from Final Fantasy, mainly focused on Yuna, Hope of Spira. I'm just gonna jump right on. I'm not really sure what a good order for like card types is. I usually do creatures first and go from there. So we got two Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. 2/2 lifelink. When she attacks, remove a lore counter from any number of my sagas, and she gets a 1/1 counter for every lore counter. So that's pretty nice. It keeps our summons in longer. I kind of want to fit a third one in, but at the same time, I don't want to have like legendaries are weird for me because on the one hand I want to see them, so I want to like in my head I play four, but at the same time, if I play four and I'm seeing them like all the time, that means that one of those cards is not gonna get played if another one's already in play. Um, we got two Silent Hall Creeper. He's just a really good like utility card early game, but after the early game is past, he's kind of falls off. But fun thing with him is he is an enchantment creature, so Yuna can bring him back, and he also lets me. He can become a copy of another creature, so if he becomes a saga, on the next turn he starts getting lore counters, and he becomes a saga creature. But also I can have one become a copy of another, and it just gives them a new instance of this text box, basically. So they can just keep copying each other, and I think that's hilarious. This was something I was running at 4, and then I kept seeing too many of it, and then I dropped it down to like 3, and then to 2, and I don't know. Magic is very weird to me still, especially for Standard. I usually just play Commander. I've got 3 Summoned Fenrir. This card has gone between 3 and 4 several times. Ideally, this card's insane with kind of what I have cooking with it, just because I can get the effect off like the chapter 1 in like 4 times in a turn, theoretically, and just turbo through all of my basic land, which then lets me just kind of keep playing the game for as much as I want. I got 1 Primal Garuda. I want to like this card. Every time I take it out, I miss the effect and I put it back in. And then every time I put it back in, the effect never comes up. So it's just like, I don't know what to do with her. Like, in theory, she's really good. But again, it always feels situational. And I'm never really sure when it's actually going to come up. The giving something flying and plus 1/0 for the turn is not terrible, at least. Like, making Shiva have flying, for example, is really nice. We got 1 Appa Steadfast Guardian, mostly because he can flash in airbend any number of my summons, and then I can just recast them for 2, and then also get 1/1 white allies out in the in the process. We got a Summon Titan. The deck ramps like crazy when it gets going. So ideally, he's gonna bring back a bunch of land and then make something massive. Also, a 7/7 reach trample for 5 is like really good. We got 3 summon Shiva. This is sort of the main focus of the deck, in that I want to keep flickering Shiva in and out and just stunning my opponent's entire board. Her effect is just so goddamn good. I've gone back and forth between 2, 3, and 4 copies of her because I want to see her, but she's also a 5-drop, so like, unless I'm opening like multiple Fenrir and I'm dropping them like on turn 2 or turn 3, I don't think I can drop them on turn 2. Like, I need to get the ramp going if I want to be able to play multiple. I got 1 Overlord of the Flood Pits. This guy is really nice. Impending 4 doesn't really matter. As far as, like, it's not a detriment. Being able to play this and just start sculpting my hand a bit more is always really nice. And this might be my biggest complaint right now, is for Yuna, Hope of Spira. I feel like I should play 4 because she is the focus of the deck, but at the same time, opening like 2 or 3 copies just feels so bad. But then, like, if I go down to 2, and then she just never sticks around on the field. So it's just really awkward. And then the last creature is Istrola Rule. During the end step, she flickers something, and then she gives me another end step to flicker something again. So I get 2 triggers on whatever summon I want, which is really nice. For instant sorceries, I've got 2 Dawnstruce. Currently, I have 2 Boomerang Basics. I'm working on getting more of these because this card is really good. We got 3 Magic Damper. I'm going to swap this out for Octopus Form from Avatar because it's the same card, but it's a lesson. And there's some really good lesson saga support that I'm working on getting in here as well. I have an idea of what I need to do. I just haven't actually gotten the cards for it yet. And then we got 2 Abandoned Attachments. Discard a card, draw 2. For a blue and 1, because I'm not playing red in here. Really nice, sort of hand fixing. I kind of want to bump this up more, but I don't want to, like, overdo it and then, like, draw this when I can't use it. So it's... I guess I'm too careful, too cautious with this. Probably my favorite card in the deck, though, Avatar's Wrath. Pick something if you want, and then airbend every other creature. You know, it's just really strong. My board wipe of choice in the main deck. And then for enchantments, we have 2 Witness Protection. I'm probably going to be swapping this to the, there's a, what's it called? It's like the same thing in Avatar. It's a 1-drop. The only difference is that it gives the creature the ability to tap for a colorless mana. That's it. I think it also removes all counters from that creature as well. I could be misremembering, but yeah, that definitely seems like it's going to be a lot better. Sheltered by Ghost is something I want to get. I have 1 copy, and nobody has any of it for trade, so... then we have 2 Airbender Ascension. I've gone 2, 3, and 4 copies on this. I think 2 is fine, because I don't want to see it a lot. Like, I don't want multiple of this, I don't think. It's spot removal, potentially, which is nice. I can also airbend my own creatures. Ooh, God damn it. I'm very tired. I apologize. It's really easy to get this to 4 counters, and then just start popping off. And then the last non-land is the Earth Crystal. I just got this in here. It puts in work when it comes up, like when I actually see it. For lands, we're playing 4 island, 5 forest, and 5 plains for basic land. I don't have a lot of the good dual lands and stuff, but also Fenrir necessitates basic lands, so... having 14 that I can pick from the deck is really nice, just to get extra value off of Fenrir. And then for dual lands, we have a Hushwood Verge, a Flood Farm Verge, and then 1 of each temple. Just because I don't have the 3rd Verge, I only have 1 of each Verge. And then I don't have any of the chalk lands that I can put in here, so this is kind of what I'm working with. And then I've got 2 Urban Retreat, partly because it is a tri-land, but also the ability to bounce a tapped creature and then put this into play means that I can attack with, Shiva, put her back into hand, and then attack with her again, or I can cast her again. It also can remove certain enchantments, like the Witness Protection, potentially, anyway. I just think the card is neat in how it interacts with things. And then the last 3 cards are 3 Fabled Passage. I would love to get a 4th one, but I just got a 3rd, so it's definitely been nice having more than 1 or 2. So yeah, this deck, definitely need that. Actually, I did not think that was gonna work. um, but yeah, definitely need to work on this. Whew. Because I'm tired of losing to the same fucking asshole every goddamn time I play standard. Um, Guy is a known cheater, by the way, but I don't have anything to prove that he's cheating, so he always seems to have an answer, though, so it's whatever. And then he shrugs it off by saying, "Oh, my deck has a lot of answers." Yeah, a bit too many, but that's neither here nor there. Um, yeah, so that's the deck. Please advise me on what I'm doing. Things to look for. I want to get Guru Patik. I can't remember. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. He's from Avatar. You look at like top four, you get a lesson, a saga, or I think an ally card. I can't remember the last bit. You get to reveal add that to hand. The rest go to the bottom. I want to get at least 2 or 3 of him. Just because he lets me sculpt my hand, and he's a +1. If that means anything to the non-Yu-Gi-Oh players, I don't know how y'all do card advantage as far as I play a card that stays in play and gets me another card that's I'm up 1 card in card advantage. As opposed to Fabled Passage being a 1-for-1. So it's a net 0. I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. So yeah. Like and subscribe if you want to see more Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm getting into Universus. Um, I might also try and post like recaps of D&D maybe, or something like that. I'm not really sure. Because we're 3 sessions in. I hopped in on session 3. So kind of just, yeah, it's whatever. Let me know what you guys want to see, basically. I'm gonna end the video because I'm tired and I'm rambling. Yeah.